I'm actually texting with Justin Hall right now. I'm going to tell him sheriff's deputy insists we get a new road.
Okay.
How you doing, Jim?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Good, good.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Good.
It's a Wednesday, you know.
For Wednesday, all right. You running the meeting today?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I have to change my notes here.
Would you like me to do like roll call and stuff when it gets once it starts?
Oh yes, that'd be great.
Okay.
We'll get started with that.
2 minutes.
Hey, Jim, did you see the Withlacoochee Trails, I guess, program to get resurfaced?
Yes.
Okay. I did that just for you.
Yeah, we got several announcements out there about the trail and what sections are going to be closed and when and so forth. So
Yeah.
they're getting started. I guess they're getting started today or the next week. I know they put fencing up and so forth and signboards. I haven't been down there to look at it yet, but I know they're getting ready to start milling it and repaving it.
Well,
I'm
if
not
you
sure
don't
about
mind-
the south end. Go
If you
ahead.
don't mind, please keep me posted.
Okay, I sure do. I sure will.
I'm not as in good a shape as you. I don't ride the trail. Someday.
There you go. I'll get you out there.
Well, the wife and I are going to start looking for bikes soon.
Yep, that'd be good. You gonna get road bike or off-road bike? Hybrid. Don't tell me electric.
You know, I want to get a nice quality mountain style bike. I've got a buddy in Ocala that does a lot of off-road trails, but he has like a $9,000 Giant. I'm not in that category.
Right.
But I figure for $1,500, I ought to be able to get a pretty good bike, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. Off-road bike
Yeah.
like that or a hybrid.
What's a hybrid?
Hybrid's one with not quite off-road, still has the same gear set and all that, but it's got a little bit smaller tire, more comfortable
Oh, okay.
ride. Some of
You know,
them you get with
Yeah, Sherry Bechtel suggested I go to the Trek dealer there in town and
right.
talk to them.
Yeah, they'll have some good information for you. They're nice people.
That's what she said.
Mhm. Yep. I did some rides a couple weeks ago up Pennsylvania and Tennessee and North Carolina, Ohio.
Wow.
Yep.
Good for you.
Yep.
Nice.
Trying to ride in every state.
How many have you done so far?
23.
Wow. Good for you.
Yep. And the Yukon and Canada, both east side and west side.
Very nice.
Yep.
Did you get to Alaska yet?
Oh yeah, I've been up in Alaska. Yep.
I grew up there. Beautiful place.
Oh, it is. It's pretty. I rode the Tony Knowles Trail up there, and then I rode another trail from up in the Yukon down to Juneau, I believe it was. It was downhill. I've ridden in Hawaii, mountain in Hawaii. Yep. Fun, trying to get all of them. Still got to do some of the Midwest states, Nebraska, Missouri, Dakotas. One day I'll get out there. Quit having meetings.
You're gonna be the chair forever, Jim.
Say what?
You're gonna be involved in CTST forever.
That sounds like it, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, looks like we're getting really close here. How many people do we have? Quite a few.
We have 11.
Well, good.
Good turnout.
All right.
Hey, Eric.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Hi, Eric.
See some new faces on here too. New people.
Good. That's good. Got a lot of people contributing.
Yes.
Well, shall we get started then, Lori, with our welcome and introductions?
Sounds
Welcome
good.
everyone to our CTST, and Lori will go through the roster that we have. She knows everybody that's online. I can't see them everywhere, but Lori, if you announce everybody, get started. Thank you.
Yes. So hello, everyone. My name is Lori Paleo. I am a traffic engineer at JMT. Just to let everybody know, this meeting is being recorded, and if you are not speaking, please mute your mics. Okay, I'm going to go down the list. Allison Cornelius,
Allison Cornelius, Intelligence Analyst with the Citrus County Sheriff's Office.
Beverly Howard, Beverly Howard is on the line. Bob Esposito,
Bob Esposito with the Hernando Citrus MPO.
Brenton Mosher,
Brenton Mosier, USF Cutter.
David Sotomayor. Sotomayor? Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. David is on the line. Ernie Lane,
Ernie, Hernando County Engineering.
Marilyn Farmer, Marilyn Farmer is on the line. Eric Henry,
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Eric Henry with FDOT District 7 Safety.
Jeffrey Hunter,
Hi, I'm Sergeant Hunter, Citrus County Sheriff's Office.
Jim McLean,
I am present.
Matthew Belmonte,
Hey guys, Matt Belmonte with Gresham Smith.
Nicholas Innes,
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Nick Hennis with Element Engineering Group.
Sergeant Mike Shade,
Good afternoon, Sergeant with St. Petersburg Police Department.
Sergeant Andrews,
Hey everybody, Sergeant Andrews, Hernando County Sheriff's Office, Traffic Unit.
Blair Cope,
Hi, Blair with Well Florida Council. I cover their Safe Kids Healthy Start programs and maternal child health programs. And I'm not sure if you guys remember, but Sue Littman used to participate on here. She was a CPS technician, and I was told to jump on just to kind of see what this is all about.
perfect. Is there anyone that I didn't call? Okay, that should be everyone, Jim.
Hearing none, thank you so much. And the last lady there, thank you for taking Sue's place. Hope you enjoy our group, and perhaps you'd like to become a member of it. She was a valuable asset for several years. And also nice to hear so many people from our sheriff's departments and police departments. It helps us quite a bit. So let's review and approve our 2024 minutes for July. And I hear a motion that we approve those. Here they are on the screen.
I'll make a motion if I'm allowed to.
All right, thank you, Bob. Do we have a second? From someone, I hope everyone's had an opportunity to look at them. Excuse me.
I'll second it, Jim. Sergeant Andrews.
All right, thank you very much. All right, we reviewed and approved our minutes, Lori, for the July meeting. Excuse me. Let's move into our agenda for the old business problem locations. We had several on the old. Dang it, I had a cough here. The first one we have there is the Main Street and 41 Highland Boulevard. I know we had an issue there with traffic backing up and so forth. Laura has reviewed that. And traffic lights have been adjusted there. And we may remove it or move it to our long-term list based on some information today. Sergeant Hunter, do you have anything to comment on that? Or is it
Unfortunately,
not? Thank you.
Unfortunately, no, sir. I don't have any information on that. I'm just here for the Middle School Road and 41 issue. I will reach
Okay.
out to her and see if I can get some information for you.
Okay, thank you very much. I think that it looks like anytime I've been down that way, and of course it hasn't been for a while, but it looks like it has improved, the light timing and the amount of traffic that's southbound that turns east on 44. There's quite a bit of traffic that is able to clear those traffic lights down there. And I think it's the same for the ones going westbound on Highland. So it looks like it's working pretty well. But perhaps Laura will give us an update and we can remove that from the list at the present time. I know that I had mentioned earlier we're going to have some major improvements down there, but I'm not sure where they are on the list of things improvements. So, all right, thank you. Let's move on to number 2. That's the County Line Road in Trillium. I'm not sure, Ernie, do you have any information on that one?
This is Ernie. I know they changed the LPI timings on there. We haven't gotten any more complaints about it.
Okay. Should we leave that one or move it to long term or just remove it?
I'd say remove it.
Remove it. All right. Do we have a vote to remove that from our group? And we'll let it go as it is until let it go ahead and remove it. And if we have any more complaints, we'll put it back on the list. Have an approval to do that? Say aye.
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 Okay, good. Thank you. Number 3 is Mariner Boulevard. Here again, Sergeant Andrews, you were going to do some work down there. Did that get anything accomplished at that point?
I believe JMT completed a speed or a safety study for this corridor, and I believe it was submitted to our office. I think it is still in review. Let me follow up with some of our engineering folks to confirm that, but I think it's just working its way through.
Okay. Lori, you have that information?
Nope, just that we submitted it to FDOT and yeah, it's under review. That's all I got.
Okay. All right, good. Well, we're making progress. That's what counts. All right. Number 4. We're going into our long-term sheets now. It's actually number 1. That's our corridor-wide good neighbor trail issues and progress down there. Ernie, I don't know if you have any updates on that. I know we were working on getting some funds and that sort of thing working.
No, I don't have no updates at this time.
No update at this time. All right, sir. Thank you. And our next one is number 2, the Powell Road at the Suncoast Trail crossing. We had a citizen issue with that one about bicycles not being able to get across and so forth easily. I don't know what the status of that is down there at this time. Do you have any idea, Ernie?
This is Ernie again. I was working to see about getting a message board put out there. However, the hurricane took care of that one, and I'll probably readdress that again first part of next week.
Okay, so we'll just go ahead and wait on that one, keep it on the list and see what we come up with next month, I mean. Well, we won't have a meeting next month because we're going to be our mega meeting. We'll got plenty of time to work on it. Thank you, Ernie. Excuse me. Number 3 is Mariner Boulevard and Northcliffe. I believe that's the one that the skip lines and that sort of thing would need to be put in there. I thought we had said that was It's a long term, but I thought someone said last meeting that had been done. Is that right?
I'm having,
Anybody?
having a hard time hearing you because of the rain above me, but, this one here it's still on the list to get done. It's just, I'm waiting for it to get to the top of the list. So it keeps getting bumped for some reason.
Okay. All right. Well, that just stays on the long-term list then. We'll get, excuse me, we'll get that finalized one of these days. All right. Do we have any other problems, old problems? I don't recall of any. I know we did have one situation that we talked about, was the US 41 and the County Road 486. There was a issue with right turners not yielding to the pedestrians. I was up there, looked at it yesterday, and there was, the signs are up to yield to pedestrians in the crosswalk at that location. And 2 other times I had been up there, it looked like the traffic was doing fine with turning on right on red. But of course, there were no pedestrians in the crosswalk, so perhaps that may improve. I know we didn't keep it on our list as a problem location. We just kept reviewing it for several times and see how it was working, and it looks like it works fine. So we can let it go at that unless we have some more complaints. That's all that I had in any old business. Anybody else have anything on old businesses? No, hearing none. Let's go to our calendar updates and activity reports. Calendar updates we're working on with the Coochie State Trail, as Bob and I talked about earlier. There's two different projects going on. One at the south end, the lower 10 miles through Hernando and Pasco County is being repaved by Department of Environmental Protection. And then we're working on some sections. DOT is working on sections in from Fort Cooper Road by Fort Cooper Park up toward Eden Drive for the first segment. And then we're moving on north from there up through Apopka and then on up to area north of 486. Be the fourth project. So those will all be scheduled out through the next remaining part of this year. Hopefully they're going to get done by sometime in November, barring no more storms and so forth. There was some delays because of the storm and looking for gopher tortoises and that sort of thing, but that's all been taken care of, and apparently they started today on it. So that's all that I have on that issue. Anybody else have any activities, calendar updates? Brenton, do you have anything coming up?
We do not have anything coming up at this time. We still have our enhanced law enforcement engagement going on, and that's our big push right now. And I don't believe there's any events or anything that we have coming up in the Citrus Hernando area at this time.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else know of any calendar updates or activity reports that we've got in our 2 counties?
I don't have too much to mention on our side, Jim. I will just say Drive Sober, Get Pulled Over is winding up again. That campaign's set to start on the 16th of this month and run through the 2nd of September. So keep an eye out for enforcement activities related to that. And then we are currently in the process of planning another large-scale speed enforcement campaign that's going to run US 19 from the Skyway Bridge all the way up to the Levy County line. That's being coordinated by George Edmonston, safety consultant with our office. More details about that as it kind of gets finalized. But yeah, just be on the lookout for both of those enforcement events. Thank you.
Great, thank you. How was the speeding event we had in July? Did that work out fairly well?
From what I understand, yeah, I can try to pull the stats here if I can find them. But as with most of the ones that we've put together, it seems to have been pretty fruitful.
All right, good. No, I saw them. I think wasn't that a statewide project?
Which one? The one we did in July?
Speeding enforcement,
On,
wasn't there speeding enforcement in July, end of July?
what did we have into July? I believe there was. I'm trying to remember what the which one it was.
Yeah, I think it was Southern Slowdown.
Southern
That's all of it.
Slowdown. That's the one.
Southeastern states.
Right, yeah, I noticed when I was on my trip in end of July, I could see that the enforcement was out there pretty heavy. So it looked like it worked quite well. I was wondering how effective that would be. Right. Any other activity reports that we have from our group? Hearing none. Lori, would you give us a fatal crash map update, please?
Yes, sorry, pulling up the maps. Okay, do you guys see it well? Okay. So for Citrus County, from January 1st to May 25th, there have been 13 fatal crashes. At the last CTST from January 1st to April 24th, there were 11 fatal crashes. So there's been 2 new additions to the fatal crash map since the last CTST meeting. Those were both run off the road fatal crashes. The first one was on April 23rd at 4:55 p.m. on West Ford Island Trail and North Seabreeze Point, not at the intersection in day, clear, and dry conditions. Vehicle 1 was traveling west on West Ford Island Trail, west of Seabreeze Point. Vehicle 1 was negotiating a curve to the left and ran off the roadway to the right. Vehicle 1's right side struck several trees and subsequently rolled over. The second run off the road fatal crash was on May 5th at 2:20 in the morning on North Forest Ridge Boulevard and West Penn Court at the T intersection in dark, lighted, and clear dry conditions. Vehicle 1 was traveling northbound on North Forest Ridge Boulevard, approaching a left-hand curve in the roadway that is just south of West Penn Court. Vehicle 1 departed the right side of the roadway at the curve, striking the curb, then traveling through a pedestrian guardrail along the outside of the sidewalk. So there are currently 13 fatal crashes in Citrus County through May 25th, and in the same period in 2023, there are 9. So Citrus County is up by 4 fatal crashes, same period. And as you could see on the graph on the left, motorcycles represent 30% of the fatal crashes, which is the second highest mode of travel. So moving on to Hernando County, from January 1st to May 25th, there have been 12 fatal crashes. At the last CTST from January 1st to April 24th, there were 11 fatal crashes. So there's been 1 new fatal crash. That was an run off the road fatal crash as well. And that occurred on May 13th at 12:00 p.m. on US 19 and Berkeley Manor Boulevard, not at the intersection in day, clear, and dry conditions. Vehicle 1 was traveling north on US 19, south of Berkeley Manor Boulevard in the outside lane. Driver 1 was believed to have suffered from a medical episode, causing him to lose control of the vehicle. Vehicle 1 traveled off the roadway to the right and onto the east shoulder of US 19, where the vehicle collided with a culvert. So there are 12 fatal crashes through May 25th. Same period in 2023, there were 17. So Hernando County is down by 5 fatal crashes. And motorcycles represent 34% of fatal crashes, which is also the second highest in Hernando County. And that is everything I have. Again, there is a 60-day lag in the data, so it's 60 days behind in terms of fatal crashes due to the Senate bill to protect the personal identifying information. So that is everything I have. Does anyone have any questions?
Any questions or comments for Lori? Hearing none, thank you, Lori, for that presentation.
Yep.
And we'll move on to the safe routes to school update. I heard none. There's nothing except for the one up here in Citrus County, which will be probably next year sometime, or 26. That's the only one that I know of on Forest Ridge. Any other updates? Hearing none, we'll go to the HSIP, Highway Safety Improvement Program. Eric, could you give us up? I know you have some applications. I was wondering what the status of those may be.
Sure, yeah. So we've had a few new applications come in. It's a new fiscal year for us, so we've got a new batch of funding assigned to this. So if you have anything that you're looking at putting in, now's a great time to do so. If you've got some ideas, or you just want to talk about it, you can contact myself or Lori, and we'd be happy to set something up to kind of preliminary go through ideas before you go through the whole application process. Just for low cost safety countermeasures, lighted stop signs. You can do an RFB or something like that. It's a little bit more involved for process, but yeah. So keep an eye out for anything you think could apply for that, and then work with us to get those applications in.
All right. All right, good. Thank you, Eric. And any of you persons, I don't know, I can't do anything about it being a citizen, but I know you persons that are in the authority business that need to apply for these grants ought to reach out and do that and improve some of our areas that we have safety issues. That would be really great. And I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, Eric, again. All right. So we move on to new business. Any new problem areas? I know we have one here. Or Jeffrey has a issue.
Yes, sir. Reference to US Highway 41 and Middle School Road. It's currently undergoing widening from a 2-lane to a 4-lane road. Historically, we've had a crossing guard there morning and afternoon who is actually, as a traffic control officer, directing traffic to try to maintain some semblance of control in the area. With that becoming 4 lanes, that's no longer going to be tenable. And we are looking to see what options are available as far as some sort of automated traffic control for that intersection.
All right. I don't remember. I don't remember what they were saying about that when they were going to do that. I don't know if there's certainly not going to be a traffic light there, I don't believe. Do you know that, Bob?
I don't know that. I do not know. Eric, do you know anything about that?
No, I'm not familiar with this project. I can look up the project number and find out who the project manager is and see if they have any existing plans to address that, and if not, bring that up to them to look for a potential solution there.
I know there's going to be a dedicated left turn lane for southbound to go into that property, into the roadway. I can't remember. I have a map of it, but it's in my other room. I don't want to escape and go get it to see if there's going to be a traffic light there, but there's a possibility there may be.
I'm looking, I'm on DOT's website right now. It's ARA Cache. The school is just north of the bridge, right?
South of the bridge.
South of the bridge.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm reading at least north of the bridge, they're talking about a mid-block pedestrian crossing and new pond sites. Let me go find the one before it. So it'd be from 44 to Withlacoochee Trail Bridge, right?
That's correct. If you're looking at that picture right here, up there where the north end of that picture is where the bridge is located.
Yeah, I'm reading. John McShafery is the project manager on that one, that portion of it. Seeing, obviously add 1 lane in each direction, add a median separation, street lighting to all signalized intersections, provide bicycle lanes in each direction, sidewalks on both sides, pedestrian safety upgrades at intersections, dedicated left turn. I'm not seeing anything with mid-block crossings there.
Let me go get my other book here a minute.
And the issue is going to be not necessarily directly pedestrian related. There are no children who cross there morning or afternoon. The
Okay.
issue is that I've only had a couple of days since school's been open to try to pull some data. Between 7 and 7:45 over the last 2 days, there's been an average of 296 vehicles that come in and out of that intersection, actually crossing through the intersection, turning in or turning out. And in the afternoons, we had an average between 2 and 2:30 of 187 cars. There's a tremendous amount of cross traffic that's caused by parents going into the school to pick up and drop off their children. Also, directly at the end of that road, and this view she was just showing us, is where all of the buses actually stage. They come directly out this road and then are turning mostly south to get out. And there is on the order of 30 buses that come through that intersection.
Much.
Well, Eric, is that something you can look into? But is there any way to route the school buses off of 41 and around to another traffic signal further south?
No, not the way that is. If you look, it goes in through a tertiary residential zone to the south of the school.
Mm-hmm.
And they've changed how everything connects to 41 south of there. They would have to go pretty much to Main Street to make connections again.
Let me reach out to the project manager just to see if this is maybe a discussion that they've had already. I'm not sure. It's in construction, so I'm not sure what all we can do. But we could maybe get together with them and some folks from the school to try to talk about potential solutions with what they've already got built or planned to be built.
And Ms. Farmer, I know, is the head of the transportation for the district. I don't know if she's actually on with us right now.
I am. I'm having trouble with my mic. I'm not even sure if you can hear me. I'm the director of transportation with Citrus County Schools, and we were hoping to figure out a way to get a traffic signal there. It would, if it could be video activated, it would only really be active, 2 segments of the day. But I feel like once that road is widened, we're going to be putting our bus loads full of children at risk with drivers trying to get in and out of there.
Yeah, so it'll be a street light similar to one on 486 at Hernando Elementary.
Correct.
Is what you're anticipating.
That would be terrific, yes, if that's at all possible.
All right. Bob, you gonna get in touch with John, or what? You want me to get in touch with him about
I
that?
can reach out to John, unless Eric's going to do it, but I can reach out to John.
Okay.
When is that? I'm just trying to think out loud. When is this project anticipated to be complete?
20
Some-
sometime into 25,
Summer
I
of
believe.
25, Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Eric may be able to agree with this or not, even if they could put a traffic signal in there. I don't know if they would get all the studies done and everything done before that portion of the road is even open. So, I'll reach out to FDOT.
Okay.
If you could just copy me in when you do that, Bob, that'd be great.
Should we
Yeah,
add this to the problem locations list, or just like a follow-up at the next meeting in the meeting minutes?
I would say let's add it to the problem location sheet just for tracking, so we
Okay.
Yeah,
can
I agree.
keep up
Add
on
it to the
this.
problem sheet.
Sounds good.
I think that way we can get progress on it if we need to. A bit
Perfect.
easier. I can't find my map in my book. I got 3 notebooks here and I can't find the page that I wanted. But anyway. All right.
What's the name of that school again there?
Inverness Middle School.
Okay.
Inverness Middle School, yes. It's the address would be Middle School Road and US 41. All right. Any other comments?
I appreciate it. I appreciate
All
your
right,
time.
Thank you. All right, thank you very much. Anybody else have any comments about that particular location or intersection or improvements or help? We appreciate it very much. Any other new business? Have anybody heard of any citizens complaints or anything like that? I haven't heard of anything. Personally, I've been gone for a couple weeks, so. All right, hearing no new information about new businesses, let's move on to the open forum and announcements. Anybody have any announcements or open forum? Or what we've got going on neighborhood wise? I think we've covered some things.
A couple of things for me. We're having a, well, the DOT is Gulf Coast Safe Street Summits, October 9th down at Port Tampa Bay. If anybody's interested in attending, it's basically trying to, Alex, correct, or Eric, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's kind of like Safe Streets for All. It's trying to implement all modes of transportation and transit. And so it's just kind of if you want to come and join and participate, learn from it. Again, October 9th from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Also, we are wrapping up our single biggest federal document, our 2050 long range transportation plan. We are having open house public hearing. Jim, I know you said you're going to attend. It's on the 22nd from 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. in Citrus County at the Citrus or the Inverness City Council chambers. It will also be virtual or in person. So if you know anybody that wants to attend and have any kind of input, this is really the last time we're going to be able to do it because we're taking it for adoption at our MPO board meeting. I think it's October 3rd or 5th. Also, we have one down here in Hernando County at the Planning Zoning Training Room the same day, August 22nd, from 2 to 3:30, both virtual and in person. So that's it from our end.
Eric, did you want to discuss the mega meeting?
Yeah, sure. So next month we won't be having our regularly scheduled West Central CTST because we have our CTST mega meeting planned for the 12th. That will be at the AAA facility off of Henderson in Tampa. We're looking at 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Save the date should have gone out to everybody. We've just sent a call for sponsorships. So keep an eye out for the final agenda that should hopefully be releasing early next week with the program of speakers. Yeah, we'll look forward to seeing hopefully everybody there.
So our October meeting will also be in person. So does anybody have any ideas where we might want to hold the next in-person meeting after the mega meeting in October? If we want to hold it at like the Citrus County Sheriff's Office or the Brooksville DOT.
Where did we wind up having it last time?
I don't remember. We had it, I think, at
Looks like last time it was at the Citrus County Sheriff's, I think.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, on
so.
the June 12th. Okay, we can maybe alternate over to Brooksville then. I can see if we have a conference room available for that day.
Okay.
It's on October 9th?
October 9th, correct.
Yeah, I'll check and see if there's a room available, and if not, I'll let you know. We'll figure something else out.
Perfect, thank you.
You're muted, Jim.
Yeah, I know I'm sitting here talking like crazy. Bob, you had mentioned October 9th as a meeting down in Tampa, I believe. That day,
It's, yeah, it's October 9th.
right. And our next
Posted a,
CTST.
oh, wow. Yeah, good catch. I hadn't even noticed those were on the same date.
Yeah, I
Will
won't
that-
be able to make the big.
Okay.
mega
Will that
meeting.
affect anyone else? No. Hearing no. Okay, Bob, we'll miss you.
We'll miss you too, Jim.
All right, but all right, thank you. So our next meeting then is going to be October the 9th at 1:30 in person at the Brooksville DOT office if available. Lori will send us information that it's available as soon as possible so we can make arrangements for that. All right. Appreciate it. Thank you, Lori. Well, great, everybody. Thank you for being here. All of you new folks. Is there anybody that's on the online would like to say something? The new folks that are all here, we certainly appreciate your input. And this is your opportunity.
Also,
Hearing
Jim,
none.
you're presenting, right, at the Mega CTST meeting?
I believe that was the word on the street.
Okay. I know I like that University CTST did this. They kind of got some input from the group to see if there was any like big talking points you want to discuss of some of our successes throughout the year. Maybe something that Jim could bring up in his presentation of how West Central CTST benefited society, or what accomplishments we made throughout the year. Some stuff that Jim might be able to mention during that presentation at the Mega.
Absolutely. Anybody that wants to get in touch with me. I think majority of y'all, and you can get my email address from Lori if you don't have it already, and send me some information. I'd greatly appreciate it. Just get in touch with Lori and she'll send me, or you can forward them through her, or get my email address and email me separately by yourself. All right. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
One last thing, I already sent off an email to John McShafery and copied Eric on it.
Okay. Very good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks,
Right.
Bob.
You're welcome.
All right. If we have no other comments from anybody else, we'll close our meeting today. 2:07. Been great conversations, great notes, and got some projects we can looking forward to accomplishing. Thank you very much. All right.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks, y'all.
Bye.
Take care.
All right. Bye now.
Bye, everyone.